call.
Cole.
Here.
Nikki.
Here.
Sarah.
Here.
Philip.
Here.
Nancy.
Here.
Bradford.
Here.
Tatum.
Here.
Jimmy.
Here.
Bass.
All right, that brings us up to approval of the agenda. Do we have any agenda items that we need to discuss?
Yes, we need to add an ordinance to the agenda.
Okay, is that in the form of a motion?
That is a motion, please.
Okay. We have a motion and a second to add an additional ordinance, which is, would you read that by title, please, Justice Holt?
Yes. Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, emergency ordinance being titled, an emergency ordinance to approve the payment by hour for the election commissioners from October 29th through November 13th of 2020.
Thank you. Is there any discussion on adding this to the agenda? All those in favor of adding this to the agenda signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? You have before you a copy of the minutes from the last meeting. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So be it.
Second.
It's been motioned by Holt, second by Phillips to approve the minutes of the last meeting. Any discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? You have a copy of the treasurer's report. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve as written.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by second, Tatum by, or second, a motion by Justice Tatum, a second by Justice Brown, Nikki Brown, to approve the treasurer's report. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? You have a copy of the appropriations analysis that was emailed to you. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
It's been motioned by Mary Phillips. Who's second?
I did.
Okay. A second by Nikki Brown to approve the appropriations analysis. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Next is County Roads and Equipment Report. We're at that time of year where we're going to start spot blading to make as many roads as smooth as possible for the holiday traffic. We're in the process of making a list of road improvements for 2021. I may have been a bit overzealous for the 2020 projects, as some of them were extremely large and intense projects. Work is still scheduled for Pinewood Road, which is going to have some drainage issues fixed. Rumley Road, which has some major drainage issues. Rex Road, it needs some base material. Happy Road has some soft spot areas that need some base material. And Possum Walk has a bad hill that we need to fix. Work continues on Peyton Mountain Road. The bottomless arch has been delivered and the footers for the arch should be poured next week. Also, approximately 15,000 tons of fill is needed for this one project alone, which is grant funded. Work continues on Archie Road. This project is also grant funded. 27 culverts were added to the road to prepare for this project. We have the base dirt work done, and now we're going in and adding fill, and we're going to cap it off with SB2 gravel, which is going to make for a really good, sturdy, smooth road. Severance tax revenues for the County Road Department have taken a serious decline. In August, the county received $0 in severance tax revenues. The result is a 2021 budget reduction of right at $500,000, and that is for the road department. In other comments from the county judge, we got some citations that we get to give away. We appreciate our election commission. They really stepped up. We had one that stuck with it the whole time, and we have two that came in at the last minute, and they did a phenomenal job. They jumped in when they were needed, and nothing but good things to say about the whole performance of the election. We ended up with an election that we could all be proud of. And I'll read one of these, and this is from John Thurston, from the Secretary of State. And it says, greetings to all here in witness today. Know that I, John Thurston, Secretary of State of the great state of Arkansas, by the authority of my office and on behalf of our citizens, do proudly recognize the distinguished accomplishments, services, and deeds of Philip Ellis, Jimmy Kirkendall, and Janice Sunderland, in appreciation for your service to Van Buren County, and so according to my duties as Secretary of State, I now present this capital citation to honor those noted contributions made to the natural state and her people. Give them a round of applause. Jimmy, I apologize. I think they misspelled yours.
That's all right.
Thank y'all very much.
Can I get a picture of them up front with you?
You bet.
Here we go.
Just get over there, please. Thank you. Smiling, everybody's happy, happy. There you go, one more, smiling. Thank you. Thank you, Dale.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
thank you guys.
You didn't ask for any discussion on the report. We haven't heard anything on the gravel pit. What are we producing now?
Randy, you want to tell him that?
What's that?
He said we haven't heard anything on the gravel pit. What are we producing?
We're producing lots of gravel right now and a lot of base material. And we got quite a bit of beach stone. The judge has made a deal with some of these other counties about beach stone. So we have been selling some beach stone to them.
So we're operating hot and heavy, huh?
Yes,
We
sir.
are.
Every day.
If you would like to go down there, I'll take you down there anytime you want to go. I'll take any of the JPs anytime they want to go visit.
Well, we just haven't heard anything several months on it. I just wondered how.
You know, there've been a lot of runners around it that it wasn't running. It's running.
I appreciate you asking about it. It's become business as usual and normal now, so we don't even mention it. So.
I would like to come down and see it.
Next up, Sheriff's Report.
Judge, I have a question
Oh, yes.
on the road, city county road report here.
Yes.
Was talking about Archie Road there.
Uh-huh.
Just what is the status on the, of course, I know we've done added the culverts and the road work. We're going talking about the bridge. I think we were going to replace a bridge with a new road and all that stuff. What is going to be the status of that with the decline in funds? You know, is that going to affect that or?
No. We're going to make that work.
Okay.
Actually, we're getting the bridge steel for free. There's a bridge that's being replaced over in Montgomery County. We requested that steel, we got it. There were some counties in front of us, they declined it. We have a few hoops we have to jump through to qualify. We did, and so we'll get a lot of that already paid. We'll have to have it engineered, and then we'll install it ourselves. And hopefully that's next year. I expected to already have the steel, and we haven't been told yet to go pick it up. But hopefully we'll get that steel in and get that installed next year.
I feel like Brian is, they were waiting on this, see if this tax is gonna pass or not.
Right.
And it's on a state highway, so when the state bridge has been tore down, they offer the county's bridge steel out from underneath. That's where it's coming from. It's on a state highway.
Okay. Sheriff's Report, does anyone have any questions for Lucas?
Sure. I noticed our felony arrests are up to 15.
Yes, sir, we had made some room for quarantine space in our jail. The felony warrants that are local prosecutor, and obviously Ms. Cruz has prepared our felony warrants and stuff, and they've been stacking up. And so me and our jail administrator, excuse me, we've done a swap with Cleveland County helping us out in order to make some room so that we would have 14 days clear so that we could quarantine some of these people. So when we got that cleared, then we made the swap, and then we serve some of our fellow members. And that allowed us to be able to ensure that we could quarantine them for 14 days.
Yeah. Are the domestic violence, is it going up right now?
It's domestic violence is holding about the same.
Because I know this is the time frame that normally it increases.
Right, as you can see, it's increased a little bit over the last couple of months, but it's par for the course at this time of year. About there. Calls for services they're up, they're continuing to rise. If you look at our totals over there, we've got 2 months left and we're already over 11,000 calls. For 10 road deputies, that's quite a bit of work, so.
Yeah.
Also, those numbers on the CID activity log on the next page, those are down just a little bit. We had one of our longtime investigators chose to go to another endeavor of his and follow a dream of his to do something else, and so he parted ways with us. But we're happy to announce that we have hired a great asset, we believe, that's going to come into that spot and really help us in this Tommy force. She'll be coming out of Parker County. She'll be one of our CID investigators, and we believe she's going to be a huge asset to us. So, with that being said, if anybody's got any questions, now or later, I'll be here, so feel free to ask.
Thank you, Chair.
Elected officials, do you have anything that you want to bring to the court? Court, do you have any questions for the elected officials? We have our new county nurse with us tonight. If you'd like to meet her, if she leaves. I can't remember your name.
My name's Angie Roberts.
Angie Roberts. Welcome aboard. That moves us right along to new business. The first ordinance is sponsored by Justice Bradford.
Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to transfer monies back into the solid waste budget from the library budget. Whereas an insurance payment was made from the solid waste budget that should have been made from the library budget, and whereas these monies need to be replaced to the solid waste budget. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that Section 1, $98.75 be transferred to the solid waste budget, 3009-700-1001. Salaries, full-time from the library budget, 3008-600-1001. Salaries, full-time. I move this ordinance be approved.
Second.
Motion by Bradford, second by Phillips to adopt this ordinance. Before we move on to discussion, this one isn't expressly printed as an appropriations ordinance, even though that's basically what it is. So I'd feel a lot more comfortable if we would go ahead and do the 3 readings tonight. So at this time, I would entertain a motion to suspend the rules to conduct the next 2 readings at this time by title only.
Motion. Second.
Have a motion by Sarah Brown, second by Nikki Brown, to suspend the rules for the purpose of conducting all 3 readings tonight, next 2 by title only. Any discussion on suspension? Roll call vote for suspension.
Holt.
Yes.
Nikki.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Hensley.
Yes.
Bradford.
Yes.
Tatum.
Yes.
Lemmings.
Yes.
Bass.
Thank you. Justice Bradford, would you read it a second time by title only, please?
An ordinance to transfer monies back into the solid waste budget from the library budget.
Okay. And third and final reading.
An ordinance to transfer monies back into the solid waste budget from the library budget.
Thank you very much. Discussion. Roll call vote.
Holt.
Yes.
Nikki.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Hensley.
Yes.
Bradford.
Yes.
Tatum.
Yes.
Lemmings.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2020-34.
Thank you. Our next ordinance is sponsored by Justice Phillips.
Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance levying and approving the collection for the year 2020, the various property taxes heretofore imposed in Van Buren County. Whereas the people of Van Buren County have approved the following property taxes, and whereas in accordance with Act 1414-904B1, the Van Buren County Quorum Court shall levy the property taxes for county, municipal, and school taxes for the following year. Clinton, number 1. School maintenance and operation, 25. School bond, 7.8. Other bond, 4. Real estate, 36.8. Personal, 36.8. Southside, number 2. School maintenance and operation, 25. Other maintenance and operation, 1.7. School bond, 11.9. Real estate, 38.6. Personal, 38.6. Shirley, number 3. School maintenance and operation, 25. School bond, 10.5. Real estate, 35.5. Personal, 35.5. Equipment, number 21. School maintenance and operations, 25. Other maintenance and operations, 1.24. School bond, 7.26. Real estate and personal, 33.5. Marshall, number 23. School maintenance and operation, 25. School bond, 7.75. Other bond, 3.8. Real estate and personal, 36.55. West Side, number 71. School maintenance and operation, 25. Other maintenance and operation, 4.94. School bond, 3.66. Real estate and personal, 33.6. County General, real estate and personal, 3.0. County Road, real estate and personal, 3.0. Library, real estate and personal, 1.0. Hospital maintenance, real estate and personal, 0.3. Volunteer, recycle, and ASCS, real estate and personal, 1.0. Clinton City, number 1, C, City General, real estate and personal, 2.9. Damascus City, number 2, C, City General, real estate and personal, 3.0. Shirley City, number 3, C, City General, real estate and personal, 2.9. Fairfield Bay City, number 3, F, City General, real estate and personal, 5.0. Volunteer County Library, real estate and personal, 1.0. Volunteer Van Buren County Aging Program, real estate and personal, 1.0. Volunteer Fairfield Bay Animal Shelter, $10 per real estate property tax bill. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that, Section 1, that the various millage enumerated above are as declared, and they are hereby approved and levied by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County. Section 2, that the various millage enumerated above shall be collected in the year 2021 for 2020 taxes. I move that we accept this.
Second.
It's been a motion by Phillips, second by Justice Holt to adopt this ordinance. Once again, this is one of those we are required back 1414-904 to do this, but I would feel a lot more comfortable if we did the 3 readings. So at this time, I hear a motion to suspend the rules to conduct the next 2 readings at this time. Second. It's been a motion by Holt, second by Bradford, to suspend the rules for the purpose of conducting the next 2 readings at this meeting by title only. Roll call vote for suspension.
Holt.
Yes.
Nikki.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Hensley.
Yes.
Bradford.
Yes.
Tatum.
Yes.
Lemming.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
Thank you. Justice Phillips, would you read it, second reading by title only?
Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance levying and approving the collection for the year 2020, the various property taxes heretofore imposed in Van Buren County.
Thank you. And third and final reading, please.
Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance levying and approving the collection for the year 2020, the various property taxes heretofore imposed in Van Buren County.
Thank you. Discussion. Roll call vote.
Holt.
Yep.
Nikki.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Hensley.
Yes.
Bradford.
Yes.
Tatum.
Yes.
Lemmings.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2020-35.
Thank you. Justice Lemmings, you have the next ordinance.
Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, the State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled, an appropriation ordinance to amend the original appropriation ordinance 2019-55, the annual operating budget for 2020, to increase the projected revenue and appropriate $27,348 into the solid waste budget and $32,300 into the 911 budget. Whereas the Van Buren County had received monies that need to be appropriated into the solid waste budget from the 911 budget to pay bills that are due, and whereas this money will need to be appropriated as followed: $27,348 into the solid waste budget, 3009-700-3104 tipping fees, and $32,300 into the 911 budget, 3020-501-3009 other professional services. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that $27,348 be appropriated into the solid waste budget, 3000-700-3104, and $32,300 be appropriated into the 911 budget, 3020-51-3009. I move that we approve this written.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a motion by Lemmings, second by Justice Holt to adopt this ordinance. Any discussion?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
It says that this money, that we've already, this money just needs to be moved around, basically. Where did this money come from?
It's actually already in the solid waste fund, and it's actually in the 911 fund. The legislative session last year increased the cell phone fees.
Right.
So that money, the additional revenues need to be appropriated. And solid waste, we've done a really good business. So those extra revenues that we already have, we need to appropriate.
Okay, so the 911 is basically the new cell phone stuff that's coming
Yes.
in.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt.
Yep.
Nikki.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Hensley.
Yes.
Bradford.
Yes.
Tatum.
Yes.
Lemmings.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2020-36.
Next ordinance is sponsored by Justice Holt.
Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an emergency ordinance to be entitled, an emergency ordinance to approve the payment by hour for the election commissioners from October 29th to November 13th of 2020. Whereas in March of 2020, ordinance number 2020-10 was passed to change the wages of election commissioners to $100 for the first 10 meetings per election. And whereas the new election commissioners have had to work many hours due to the unusual turnout for the 2020 general presidential election. And whereas the new commissioners have asked to be paid as poll workers $10 per hour for the hours worked from October 29th through November 13th to save the county money. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that the new election commissioners will be paid $10 per hour for the hours worked October 29th through November 13th of 2020. Now we approve this ordinance.
Second.
It's been motion and second that we adopt this ordinance. Any discussion?
I just wanted to make sure, this was per their request, the commissioner's request. I want to make sure we're being fair. You requested that you'd be paid the $10 an hour instead of the meeting rate. I want to make sure we're being fair to y'all.
Yes.
Okay, so you requested it. Okay, I was
Well,
just making.
we had 3 meetings, and the rest of the time, it was just work hours that we spent time working.
Gotcha.
You know, we didn't see any sense in calling every time that we come meet together to work call it a meeting, which, I don't know, maybe we should have, but we chose to go this route if it's all right with the court.
Well, and we're thrilled to save the money. We just,
Yeah.
yeah, we appreciate all you did, and I just wanted to make sure we were being fair with you.
And like they said, there was this election was really unusual. There was, we had to spend a lot of hours processing all this stuff, and
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
We
okay.
We thank you guys for the hard work.
so much. We
Yeah.
appreciate it so much.
How many hours y'all work?
75 to 80 hours.
It varied between us. It varied between us. It wouldn't always. We weren't all there at the same time.
So when y'all was there, did y'all turn minutes into pounds?
No, because we didn't.
Okay.
You call a meeting, you have to record it, you have to do minutes.
We had 3 meetings.
They did for the meetings.
Yeah, we did 3 actual meetings that we turned in for, but when you're working 12 hours, and I think we had one day 14, 16 hours, there'd been a lot of recording and a lot of writing. Just processing absentee votes and what have you. Just thought this would be the cheapest, fairest way.
So how many, did y'all already turn the hours into pounds?
Yeah.
Is this going to be a continual thing, or is this just for this election?
Pretty much just covering this period.
Yeah.
Just this period?
Yeah.
Yeah. October 29th to November 13th on there.
And I think it was part of that email that Pam sent out, and I think it's got all the
And it's got the
hours.
hours and everything attached.
Yeah.
And you guys feel like that's your
That's
fault?
fair. Yeah, we feel like it's fair. If it's fair for y'all too, you know.
Yeah, no, it's
Appreciate
definitely
You
fair
know,
for us.
we would be
Bailed
getting,
us out.
we would be getting the same
Start
wage.
auctioning and bidding it up. if-
I'm not saying that.
We're asking just for what ordinary people that worked at the polls got,
Yeah.
even though we had a lot more responsibility
Right.
and accountability. We just thought that'd be fair.
But I understand what
It's
you're
all right.
saying about the meetings and,
Yeah.
Oh, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know, there may be a law somewhere like we certified the election the other day, and I think we called that a meeting because
yeah.
legally, I guess we just couldn't do it, you know. I don't know what the legalities of that was, but we call that a meeting.
We thank you for stepping up to the plate and
Yeah.
when we needed you, and I think you did a great job.
Yes,
County appreciates it very, very much.
you're welcome.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt,
Absolutely.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Hensley.
Yes.
Bradford.
Yes.
Tatum.
Yes.
Jennings.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
Okay?
2020-37.
And I'd like to, just to make sure we put this into the minutes, I would like to have a voice vote to approve the emergency clause on that. So do I hear a motion to approve the emergency clause?
Second.
So we have a motion by Holt, a second by Phillips to approve the emergency clause. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Okay, next order of business is a resolution sponsored by Justice Nikki Brown.
Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution to confirm the appointment of a member to the Van Buren County Library Board. Whereas the Van Buren County Quorum Court has the responsibility and legal obligation to approve and confirm the appointments of members to the Van Buren County Library Board, and whereas there is a need to confirm the appointment of Joy Hawk to the Van Buren County Library Board. This appointment is to replace Stephanie Treese and will expire in 2026. Therefore, be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that the Quorum Court of Van Buren County hereby confirms the appointment of Joy Hawk to the Van Buren County Library Board. The board terms to expire as noted. The Van Buren County Library Board members are Joy Hawk, term expires 2026, David Emmerling, 2025, Kelly Tester, 2024, Vicki Carver, 2023, Christy Eastridge, 2022. I make a motion, we accept.
Second.
been motioned by Nikki Brown, second by Justice Phillips to adopt this resolution. Any discussion?
Is Ms. Hawk here?
She is right there.
Right here.
Okay, I just don't know, didn't ever met you. I don't like voting on people I ain't ever seen before, so.
We like to put a name and a face together.
Yes, ma'am.
Joy is a sweetheart. I've known her for a while. I'm glad she's on the lottery.
Good, good.
If y'all approve it, if you.
Hmm.
Okay. Roll call.
Holt.
Yes.
Nikki.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Hensley.
Yes.
Bradford.
Yes.
Tatum.
Yes.
Fleming.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2020-23.
That brings us to the transfers. We didn't address this during agenda items, so I guess we'll need to suspend the rules to dispense with the audible reading of the transfer.
So moved. Second.
It's been motioned by Phillips, second by Holt, to suspend the rules for the purpose of dispensing with the audible reading of the transfers. Any discussion? Roll call vote for suspension.
Holt.
Yes.
Nikki.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Hensley.
Yes.
Bradford.
Yes.
Tatum.
Yes.
Fleming.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
All those in favor of approving the transfer signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Wow, that was a fast meeting. Feel free to stick around. We're going to shower Carol Cruz with some maybe shower gifts. We got some lunch that'll be ready in a little bit, and a cake, and stick around and enjoy. Thank you.